So yeah, listening to Hodge Twins, their video reminisce about old times at Planet Fitness when they were broke. They're paying $10 a month, and they're complaining about a bunch of shit being flashed at gyms, any gym, in the freaking locker rooms and shit. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens, but I don't know, you just let your eyes wander off away from any like private parts, and you'll be all right. And you don't actually like expose yourself like intentionally expose yourself or go out of your way to that somebody sees you and shit, so that might make them uncomfortable. But yeah, it's just you're there for like a minute or two to get dressed up, and that's it. But yeah, there has, if you use the $10 a month, that's pretty like low end and shit, but it's also good because it, like in my city, it keeps the prices down, and they don't, like the other gym doesn't have a monopoly. EP Fitness that I used to go to, before there was Planet Fitness. Now there's another one called Anytime Fitness, I think. But yeah, yeah, that's what happened. And then that short, plump dude, Asian dude that was fingering himself, they chased him out of the locker room because he was doing that. I mean, unless he was like moaning and shit, like drawing too much attention for himself. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with anybody fingering themselves in the bathroom. It's like their own private business, and I think you're supposed to have like your own private space in like bathrooms or like showers there. So if you're doing it and shit, but yeah, you said you could hear like a smacking, humping sound like in the porn movies, like that's what it sounds like. So yeah, I think he was being too obvious, maybe. But yeah, you guys chased him out of the locker room. But yeah, I hope you do sound a little homophobic, but whatever. Um, I mean, they didn't chase, not the Hodge Twins, but the people, other people that were in there, chased him out. But yeah, I mean, I've had weird experiences at that gym, but yeah, they have like there's some strange people, like EP Planet Fitness depends on what area the Planet Fitness is at, but yeah, there might be some people like it tends to be, it's more prone to have people like, for example, like the people you see at the bus, like city bus and shit, when you ride the bus. I used to ride the bus when I was like smaller because I used to go to a school that was, that I knew I started off, and I didn't want to change schools because I changed schools so much. Uh, I didn't go to a single school for more than 2 years. To the same school for like more than 2 years. Um, so yeah, my entire lifetime. So that's like, that makes like 7 or 8 schools that I've been since like kindergarten all the way to house through high school. Yeah, so I mean, so I would ride the bus, city bus and shit, and there'd be some pretty strange people and shit. I don't know. Some guys would come up and shit. They would be like drooling and shit while they're walking to get a seat. Um, you just gotta dodge the fucking saliva that's like hanging down from the mouth, and then there's some other people that, I don't know, some perverts, I guess they look like, and then some people that have like freaking, they talk to themselves the whole time. And I was in the bus and shit. They had like long ass conversations with themselves and shit. So yeah, there's some loopy people in there, but yeah, whatever. I try to accept them. I mean, cause I don't know. I might have some weird tendencies as well, and you should just try to accept them. But yeah, this gym I was going to when I was 15. I was in high school. I was going to this one gym, and then I used to be friends with freaking or I used to got acquainted with some of the people at the front desk, and including some of those like grumpy females that used to work there, or males too. But Victor, this black dude, he was pretty cool. I used to have like talk to him and shit. And I would just like walk in there with like, there's a bunch of people that are like fit and shit. They follow like a strict like healthy diet. Shit, they take that shit like to heart. Shit like real seriously. And I would just walk in there with a big bag of Cheetos, some of those puffs, and and a big bottle of like 1 liter Coke bottle, or the regular Coke, not the Diet Coke, regular Coke, the more fattening one. I'll just walk in there and then stay there and then just like talk to Victor and shit. He's like, man, you're gonna get your ass whooped one of these days. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it, man. Like they're gonna try to whoop my ass because they take this shit too seriously. But yeah, I would just like linger there, walk around and shit, talk to him. He was a pretty cool dude. And one of the girls at the front desk one day told me, she's like, "Oh, you're weird, man. You're," no, she said, "Oh, you're funny." But yeah, I kind of knew what she meant, but whatever. She was kind of strange too. I mean, yeah. And then this one time I saw her on the street, and then I was walking on the sidewalk, and then she was leaving some doctor's offices. Like, I know that those are doctors up here because I'm familiar with that area. She was leaving the street and shit, the doctor's offices. And then I just said hi to her. I waved at her with my hand. And she flipped me off. She was like, "Fuck you." She gave me the finger. I was like, "Alright, bitch, then." That's probably what she wanted to do while she was there at the front desk at her job. But, if she would have done that and I would have complained, then she would have gotten fired. But, yeah, Victor was pretty cool. And then sometimes I would just go, like, before school, I would get up like an hour earlier. And I would just go there at the front desk. No, to the gym. And I would work out, and then after that, I would like shower, and then sometime, when I was showering, like there were some pretty weird people in there and shit. I would go sometimes, like even twice a day. In the morning and afternoon. And then there was this gay guy. He was like very obviously, like very blatantly gay. They would do the maintenance, cleaning shit of the locker rooms and showers and all that, mopping and shit. So yeah, that was a pretty good like perk for him. Looking at all those, some of the guys that were bodybuilders and shit, dude, they had like chiseled physiques. Yeah, so that must have been a pretty like exciting perk for him. He got to see some eye candy, but yeah, there was this other guy that was depressed and shit. He was trying to figure out how to kill himself more effectively, like the most effective way to kill himself because he had cancer. He was going through chemotherapy treatment. He's like, "Oh no, I'm in so much pain." He's like, and then my wife is like running off with her lover and shit. She's having an affair because she thinks I'm just gonna. She doesn't care about me, this and that shit. And I feel bad for that guy, but yeah. I'm gonna tell you about what I did inside those showers. Those fucking showers. I used to shower in the morning, and so I was 15, had necessities. 15, 16, had necessities, and I needed to relieve myself, so I'd fucking jerk off in the morning, but or I mean, not necessarily in the morning, but yeah, especially in the morning, I would jerk off in those showers and shit. I think those are, yeah, it's supposed to be like your private place inside of a public building, like the showers, restrooms, or whatever. It's a public, unless you're doing something like moaning or grunting, like something real obvious, it's gonna draw attention. But I don't know, I just kept quiet, like shit. I didn't really do anything that would I didn't really do much that would draw attention and shit. But yeah, I rubbed one off, and then I would shoot my load into the freaking wall. yeah, I worked my way all around the wall until there wasn't like a single spot left without being like unjizzed. So yeah, so I dropped a bunch of loads in there in several of those showers. But yeah, most of the time they were empty. There was like always free spot. Um, yeah, they used to have a monopoly, that gym, but yeah, I quit, stopped going in there. It was like $45 a month at that time. I wasn't paying for it, but one of my relatives was. But yeah, I worked the fuck out of myself in there. That gym, I got down to like being pretty light for my uh, frame size or whatever. Yeah, a bunch of people are actually calling me like skinny and shit. Yeah, I got pretty thin in that, like actually skinny. Um, and I stayed like that, but then I took a big break and then I gained some weight back. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm just saying you don't have to be such a like basically such a prude or like um you don't have to be such a prude or such I don't know, intolerant and shit or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't mind that guy fingering himself and shit. I don't know, even like I mean, I wouldn't chase him out of anywhere. Like even if he were freaking what, like like moaning out of pleasure, shit, whatever, and then making that smacking sound, fingering himself. Like I wouldn't chase him out. I don't know. I'd probably just tell him like, "Hey, dude, quiet down, man. You're like fucking distracting me. I'm like daydreaming right now, thinking about like some hot bitch that I just saw there at the gym or whatever. Some fine ass in there. Yeah, so there's some pretty fine girls right now. And this other gym that I go to right now, like Planet Fitness, like I haven't taken showers there, but there's some hot bitches in there, man. It's because at that time, like I had to take showers there more because I didn't have like a car or anything. But now I do have a car to drive and shit, so it's a lot easier, more mobility. I could just go home, take a shower, man. So yeah. Uh, there's some pretty hot bitches in there, man. So yeah, that's my anecdote. This is my 2 cents into like weird gym stories, or not so weird, but basically my experience in gyms. Yeah, there's some pretty, I don't know, there's some pretty overzealous fucking employees and people at the gym and shit with some like fucking radical beliefs and shit. Yeah, they just need to chill the fuck out. That's what they need to do. Alright, so pretty funny video by the Hodge Twins, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna give you my experiences, share my experiences with you. Alright, so that's about it. Bye.